Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm going to be talking about my Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, I am very mixed on how I've been feeling about this team so far this season, but today I'm going to be going in a little bit more into detail on why I think the Thunder are just very weird this season. So I'm going to further dive into this later on, but if you guys enjoy the video, leave it a like and subscribe, and let's hop right into this. Now, I have a couple statistics I'm going to read off first before I hop right into basically talking about the players, talking about the stats, all that stuff. So right now, Thunder are 6-11. They are the 11th seed out in the Western Conference, and they've been kind of hopping around recently. They've been all the way down at the 15th seed at one point, and they've topped up to, I believe, the 9th seed at the highest at one point, and they're very close to being in that play-in tournament. I don't necessarily know if I want to be in or not, but I wouldn't definitely not complain. Hey, Thunder being in a playoff spot this early in a lot of their guys' careers will be huge for us. But at the same time, I would love to have Paolo Banchero. So anyway, that's besides the point. So the Thunder this season have the second worst offensive rating amongst all teams. They have the 15th best defensive rating amongst all teams, so they've been pretty solid on the defensive side of things pretty much all season. Now it starts to get bad. They have the lowest points per game in the league at 97.8. They have the 13.6 free throw attempts per game, which is 28th in the league, which is not good at all. Having a star player in SGA and guys that love to attack the rim, 13 free throw attempts a game is atrocious. We definitely need to get that up to at least, I would say, can we get that up to at least 15, please? We have the second worst passing team in the league according to assists. Having guys like Giddey and Shai passing the ball is tremendous. We just don't have a lot of guys that can really catch and shoot the ball that well on our team. But I think as we continue and as guys grow, they'll kind of adapt to that and get better at it for sure. We are 7th in the league in three-point attempts. Good job, Thunder. Until we look at it further, and we're the second worst team in the league on three-point percentage. So we're taking some of the most threes in the league, but we're one of the worst teams in the league at hitting those shots. And we're shooting 30% on those threes that we are taking a game on 38 attempts. So if we could just clean it up a little, if we could get that to, say, 35 threes a game on 35%, I would be happy with that. But on a good side of things, we are the best rebounding team in the entire NBA, which was a bit surprising to me. I heard Michael Cage and Chris Fisher talking about it the other night, and I'm like, oh, okay, Thunder are a good rebound team. I'll take that. Hopping into some player statistics, SGA, he's on 25, 4.5 assists a game this season, shooting 40% from the field, 32% from three, and 80% from the free throw line. Lu Dort, he's putting up 16.5 a game, 4.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 43 from the field, 31 from three, 86 from the line. And Josh Giddey, the rookie, is putting up 10, 7, and 6 on pretty subpar shooting splits, 40, 25, and 65. But altogether, I think I've been pretty happy with how everybody's performing on this team. In all honesty, the only guy that I've been pretty much disappointed in is kind of the guys that we've been rotating throughout the G League, like Teo Maledon. I was expecting him to take a big leap, and he hasn't really done that for us this season, but hopefully he gets the work in the G League. He's been doing pretty well. I've watched a couple of G League Blue games. But besides that, yeah, I can't really complain about any of the guys. Let's start off first with SGA. He's battling with an ankle injury right now. He's kind of day-to-day questionable. He's out tonight against Utah. He missed the game the other night against Atlanta, and he just hasn't looked like himself. Now, I think the best version of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander that I've seen with my eyes was last season during the 2020-2021 season. He just looked incredible. Now, this season, I feel like he just doesn't have that touch to him. Last season, I was confident with basically every shot he was taking. This season, I can't really say the same, and I'm not sure what exactly it is, but he just doesn't have that special touch that he used to have. And I don't know if that has to do with him being forced or feeling like he's forced to take certain many shots a game or shoot certain shots a game. Now, he's still taking basically the same amount of shots he did last season, and he's taking very similar shots to what he did last season. They're just not falling as much. And I think a lot of that has to do with the double teams and the super impactful defenders that are getting put on Shai, because he's really the only guy that's an offensive threat on that team basically all the time. Now, if Lu Dort's not going, or Josh Giddey, or whoever else isn't going, Shai's getting the double team, and that's been a problem for him. Now, I've seen it in pretty much every game this season. Shai will start off the first quarter very slow. Second quarter, he'll start to get it going, but he might enter the half with 6, 8, 10 points, and he's got to do better. In all honesty, I am expecting Shai to. I'm not one to say like Shai needs to do this, Shai needs to do that. I don't want him forcing shots, but in all honesty, Shai needs to be getting shots up early and get going, because it usually takes him till the third quarter to finally get in his groove and start going, which is a bit concerning, especially if there's a game where the Thunder need to win it. We're going to have to rely on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander the entirety of the game, not just the final 24 minutes starting in the start of the second half in that third quarter. Now, that third quarter, Shai has been great, but I just think he's got to get going, and a key to that is having guys like Lou Dort, Josh Giddey, Darius Bazley, and then players off the bench like Pokashevsky. They just need to get in their flow, get in their rhythm, and distract the defenders to actually play defense on them, not just kind of leave them off in the corner and send another guy at Shai. Because if Shai's getting double teamed, that means he's going to have to kick it out to someone, and he's only having, 4.5 assists a game? That means his shooters and his other guys just aren't getting to their spots and aren't knocking down their buckets, which doesn't concern the defense. And why should it if we're taking the most threes in the league and shooting one of the worst percentages in the league? So I think a solution to this is hopefully Shai could just get in his groove early, and once they start double teaming him, Shai's already feeling it. He could dish it out. Lou Dort, he's playing phenomenal this season. He started out a bit slow, but now he's really stepped it up. And I'm confident that Lou Dort is going to be that second guy. Josh Giddey, he's looked tremendous. He's been passing the ball super well. He would probably lead the league in assists, but the guys around him just can't shoot. They just can't score the ball. I love Jeremiah Robinson. He's been great for us this season, but he's missed so many duds right at the rim. It kills me. But, yeah, so if those guys around Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can get it going, I'm confident to say that this team could be a play-in caliber team, especially if SGA's clicking, if Lou Dort's clicking. And that's really what it boils down to. If the guys surrounding Shai can get it going, I'm confident that that will boost Shai's confidence. The double teams won't be as frequent because they're going to have to focus on the other guys on the team that are scoring the ball. It's simple. Well, it's easier said than done. I think Mark Daigneault, he's done a great job. David Bliss over the past few games while Mark Daigneault's out having his child, or his wife's having a child. Congratulations to him. But I think it's easier said than done, but I'm not worried about Shai. I just don't want to see him start jacking shots up, and I feel like over the past few games or so, that's kind of been something I've been catching on to. Now, he loves that step-back, sidestep shot, and I could tell he's liking it a little bit too much. And up until that first Clippers, or the only Clippers game over in LA, he would take that shot maybe once or twice a game, and he was knocking it down. I remember I saw a stat, I think he was like 5 of 11 on the season for that. Now, it was just a small sample size, but I'm like, okay, if we could see 1 or 2 sidestep, shade, whatever you want to call it, a game, I'll be fine with that. But then, as he kind of got that confidence up in that Clippers game, he hit a few, he sauced up Reggie Jackson, hit a nice... I think that boosted his confidence in a negative way, where now he thinks that it's not an issue if he keeps shooting it. Same with that shot against the Lakers. When he hit it from the logo to ice the game, that was incredible. Everyone was going crazy. But ever since that, I think that boosted his confidence a little too much to start taking these bad shots and start forcing these bad shots that aren't necessarily going in. Like, we'll see games where Shai shoots like 6 of 20 from the field, and it's only ending with 18 points. And that's not what I want to see out of my franchise guy. And it's not concerning. Hell, we haven't even hit the Thanksgiving break. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I think if Shai could come back after this small, minor ankle injury and just put up efficient 20-point games for a good week stretch, then start to try to bounce into that 30 a game, then 25 a game, 24. Kind of just blossom back into the 2021 pre-injury Shai, which in my opinion was the best Shai Gilgeous-Alexander I've ever seen. And I think if he could get into that role, the Thunder are going to be back rolling. They're going to be back on their little mini runs. Even if they could end the season I don't know. I mean, not that I want them to do good, but I just want to see them all play well. I want to see entertaining losses so we could tank, but in a fun way. If we could see Lou Dort continue his hot streak, if we could see Giddey continuing, trying to get the triple-double unintentionally, obviously. He probably could have got it the other night if he really wanted to, but he didn't. Just continue to pass the ball, continue to take good shots. His floater is something that he's fallen in love with. Keep seeing Jeremiah Robinson-Earl crash the glass. Baisley to be aggressive. Baisley is a questionable piece on this team on really whether or not he's going to be staying, and I could talk about that in another video, but do you think the Thunder are going to pay him? We'll see. But yeah, I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is definitely slightly concerning right now, but I think just he's got to battle through this tough stretch. I'm not worried, really. And if he could come back after injury, these next 2 weeks or the next 2 weeks of games that he's going to be playing is kind of crucial in my opinion. And if he can't get out of the slump that he's in, it will be worrisome. And if he doesn't crack that like 24, 23 point per game mark on better efficiency by Christmas time, I'd say, then it's time for Thunder fans to kind of be worrisome, being like, what is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing? So hopefully by Christmas time, Shai can kind of hit that upper echelon. I'm looking forward to the game tonight against the Jazz, which is in about 3 hours from now or so. No, 2 hours from now. I think they're at home. I think Giddey's going to get that triple-double tonight. So if he does, then I called it. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave it a like. Let me know down in the comments what you think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is doing this season, or how you feel about the whole situation going on. But if you guys enjoyed the video, leave it a like, comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.